Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Tea Talk with Nas. I'm Nasha and I'm very happy to be back here. Okay, just let me double check. Everyone can hear me okay. And just let me okay. So I hope everyone can hear me all right. Okay, let's do it. Okay, okay. Yeah. So welcome back to Tea Talk with Nas. Yes, today is a sorry, just wait me a second. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm very, very excited today. Hello, Adam. Thank you so much for joining, and hello, Andre. Welcome back. Welcome back. So today is the 52 days of this amazing 60 days life challenge. And yes, like we finally coming to the last 7 8 days. Eh? The last 8 or 7 days. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'm still affected by the flu. But don't worry. I'm okay. Yeah. So I'm just very, how do you say it? A little bit overwhelmed because when I was doing it, I really didn't think like how am I going to finish it? I didn't really expect if I will be able to finish it. I really didn't think much initially. I really didn't think or expect what the outcome will be. And I was just doing it and hoping for the best, hoping that everything is going to turn out all right. And then I'm very grateful that now we are on the 52 days, 52nd days of these 60 days. So yes, it's been a long journey, and while I've been here practicing my speaking, getting to know you guys, but also at the same time, oh, hello, Crow Positive. Thank you so much for coming in here. Yeah. So yeah, while I'm here practicing and yeah, getting along and then challenging out all of these topics that I have been really wanting to talk about, and some of them not so much. And I really learned so much in the past 50 plus days. So I'm a little bit like overwhelmed, and of course, I've been trying to use my mind power, like my brain power to deter this flu and then to tell this flu to go away. But I think eventually still caught up to me. But anyway, I'm good. Just that you're going to hear me like this talking without being able to breathe. So thank you very much. Okay, so I'm not going to drag on today. I just want to talk about a concept. I feel a very interesting concept that I believe I've been talked about it several times actually. But the other day I actually saw a post. Someone is challenging this concept, and then that made me wonder. That allowed me to really to review this concept, and I think it is very important for us to talk about this. So this concept is comfort zone. Okay, for so many people, if you are a little bit into this awakening journey, self-development journey, or if you are just, we in this mind, body, soul, yoga, as long as you are kind of in this field, you kind of know this kind of topics, then I'm sure you heard about this comfort zone. I'm sure you heard about everyone is saying you need to step outside of your comfort zone, and which I actually also say it so many times myself. And today I really want to address this a little bit deeper, actually a lot more deeper about what comfort zone is, because when we think about comfort zone, when we say we need to step outside of the comfort zone, I think if we don't really explain it deeper way, and that's what many people didn't do, it will make people, it will mislead a lot of people, and then they will, when they misinterpreted, sorry, when they misunderstood this concept, stepping outside of comfort zone, it actually will make everything worse. It actually allowed them to 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 limit themselves more. If you don't really understand why, what do we mean by stepping outside of comfort zone? And then when you're fighting it, you will feel more frustrated, you will feel more disappointed, you will feel more angry, and in the end, you may just give up. So that's why I think it is actually very important to talk about comfort zone. Like, what is comfort zone, and what do we mean by stepping outside of comfort zone? So, of course, it is. When we think about comfort zone, we all think, oh yeah, it's just this cozy little bubble that we create for ourselves when everything feels familiar, safe, and predictable. Right? It is a regular routine, it is a norm, it is like where we know what to expect and where we feel in control and where we can relax without fear of the unknown. So that's when we talk about what comfort zone is. Right? It is very comfortable to have the daily routine, just like when we were in school, or we get up, we have breakfast, we take the bus, we the same transport, we get to school, study, and then we come home, we do homework, da 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 da. And then when we grow up, it's like, okay, we get up, we have breakfast, and then we go to work. And then, so it become a routine, that's a comfort zone. Every single day you are doing the same thing, or maybe in a weekend, even in a weekend, we are doing similar things. Like nothing that's out of ordinary. Everything's predictable, sort of. And then and then when we are talking about comfort zone, right? It's a very inviting, it's a very inviting space because you don't really need to think. You don't need to feel. You can just be 100%, well, not 100%, but you just really relaxed because you know what is going to come. And there's no much room for unpredicted incident. There's not much room for that. So that is a comfort zone. But what if when we say stepping outside of comfort zone, meaning when this circle, when this bubble becomes too comfortable, and then it becoming a trap. Hello, Maham. Thank you so much for joining. And then it becoming a trap that preventing us from experiencing something different, that preventing from experiencing the beauty of the world, right? Thank you so much, Crop Positive, for liking this show. So our comfort zone are made up of our habits, of our routines and familiar patterns. It's a feeling of ease that when you order your usual coffee at your favorite cafe, or the comfort of spending a Friday night with your favorite TV show, right? It is your daily routine and the familiarity of your social circle. Like you will go out with your friends, the same friends, you will do maybe go shopping or watching movie or do whatever. You will be in the same city, on the same street, buying similar essentials. So those things that we do and people we surround ourselves with that make us feel safe and secure. And when our comfort zone can provide a sense of security and stability, it can also limit our growth. Okay, just like what I just mentioned, we 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 stop being creative, right? Because we don't need to, right? We forgot there are so many different potentials that about us, right? We forgot, oh, sometimes we can choose a different path. We can make different decisions. And then because we didn't know, so we miss those opportunities, right? We miss a new experiences, new connections, and new discoveries. And then we can become stagnant, okay? And even bored with life. And sometimes the comfort zone can even become a cage and just trap us in this pattern, okay? Until we have become so tamed that we don't even want to get out of the cage, even if they let the door open. So that's why in this field, in this self-discovery journey, every speakers, every influencers that are sharing, that are urging you, you need to stepping outside of your comfort zone. You need to see the world. You need to open your eyes. You need to raise your head and then see beyond what's outside of this circle. You should challenge yourself and to understand that you can achieve something different. Just like what we shared yesterday, this 58-year-old 50-year young guy, he's now doing like dancing on TikTok instead of going to work, right? You forgot your adrenaline, you forgot your butterflies, you forgot your passions. And then because you are not pushing your boundaries, so you are creating a life that's no longer have excitement and no longer have growth because it's limited and no longer have fulfillment. And that's why we are all talking about we need to step outside of the comfort zone. Then we are able to try to find a way to explore different angles, right? So, but why do we say it is actually also a means? Why do some people say, oh, actually, stepping outside of a comfort zone is a means, right? Why do people say that? Why do people say that? Because I want to share with you one thing. Sometimes when we say stepping outside of comfort zone, then it doesn't mean then you need to do something really that you're not comfortable with. Okay. When we talk about stepping out of comfort zone, doesn't mean that, oh, you used to love painting, you like do something more, some activities that's more quiet. And then you decide to do a bungee jumping next week. And then you scare yourself to death when you are actually when you actually don't like the heights. Of course, some people will say, "Oh, it's good." Like they break through, they'll be able to conquer the fear about height. But but it is not about conquering height. It should be about why do we afraid of height? What we should find out the answer from ourselves, from within us, not forcing ourselves to do something that really may drive us crazy. You know, it's not like, oh, because you don't like spiders, I need to throw spiders on you. No, it is not it. So a lot of people that when they think about, oh, I must stepping outside of comfort zone, I must try something drastic, something that's totally different. Then I'm proving that I can do it. Then I'm proving that I can achieve something I really want. That I can prove to the universe I have the commitment to achieve my dream. It is not how it works. It is not like, oh, by doing all of these drastic things that become stepping out of comfort zone. When we talk, maybe we should think about this in a different way. Okay. So maybe we should think comfort zone. Well, maybe we should think expanding our comfort zone instead. Okay. So what do I mean? Like, it is really about we need to find out what we really want. Okay, just now I already shared when we talk about comfort zone, we're talking about the routine, the security, the predictable, right? That is the comfort zone. And then when we say stepping outside of comfort zone, meaning yes, we do try something different, but it would be something that maybe we always wanted to do. And then we just give us so much excuse not doing. For example, maybe just that, oh, I really, really want to try to learn salsa. Okay, maybe it's like that. Hello, Hawa. Thank you so much for joining. Maybe just something like that. Or maybe it's, I really, I feel there's so much knowledge, so much experience I want to share with the world. And at the same time, you're actually a very introvert. And you know the word of introvert, right? I mean, you're very quiet. You're actually, you don't like to speak. You don't like to be under the spot. You don't like to people to watch you and to pay attention to you. You don't feel comfortable. But at the same time, you are like, but I just feel the urge. I really need to share my voice. And that's why a lot of people, we say keyboard warriors. They're using they're using the screen to mask themselves, right? They're sharing their opinions online, and then maybe they can do it anonymously without showing their pictures, without people to understand who they are. When we say stepping outside of comfort zone, meaning I'm doing something that actually do make me feel comfortable. At the same time, that gives me the adrenaline, that gives me the butterflies, that allow me to see my potential. Like my sister, she decided to go into learn like kickboxing, the different kind of martial arts. You know, she want to look fit. She suddenly one day she just like, I want to look fit. I I want to have my body like this way. And then before that, she just like when people see her, you just think she's like a geek. She works in a film, in a cinema, and then she's working for a technical team. And then suddenly she's like, oh, I wanted to do this. And then she's just really enjoying what she's doing now. She goes to gym like regularly to have these trainers and then to really train herself and to looking after her diet, which she wouldn't do before. Right? So that's when we say, oh, not really stepping outside of your comfort zone, but really to expanding your comfort zone, meaning to try things that you didn't to try things that you weren't comfortable with. At the same time, you're comfortable with. Okay, what do I mean by you're not comfortable with, but you're comfortable with? You're not comfortable with because you're not used to do it, right? Because you're not used to do it. Hello, Aldo. Hello, Hector. Hello, Olivia. Thank you so much for joining. But what you're comfortable with, you're comfortable from your heart. And from your heart, you feel like, oh, this is something that I should have done a long time ago. And now I finally be able to do it. Just like all the examples we talked about yesterday, the grandma, 90-year-old grandma's doing DJ nightclub few times a week. Right, the lock dancing dancer, 58-year-old, right? And all these gymnastics people we saw online, like they look as fit as a lot better fit than us in their 60s, 70s, right? And so when you see them, you will think, oh, they're stepping outside of their comfort zone. They are really doing something different because They're doing something that we don't think they would do. They're doing things that not part of their stereotype. They're doing things that they're exploring the possibilities of their own potential. So people can really easily say, oh, it's a stepping outside of their comfort zone because they didn't do it before. But at the same time, it is still within their comfort zone because they are comfortable about what they do. They're enjoying what they do. They feel they finally align within themselves. So that's when we talk about comfort zone. Like you're doing things that you don't normally do that allow you to find the alignment within yourselves. That's why we are encouraging you to stepping outside of your comfort zone, but maybe we should say expanding the comfort zone. So that's what we mean. So we really need to understand the difference between the two comfort zones and then to understand, oh, right, okay, so I don't need to force myself to do something I really hate, right? Oh, so I don't need to keep trying and trying and trying to do something I really hate, and I still don't see the result. I spent years trying to be outside of my comfort zone, and I'm not comfortable inside. I mean, I'm just so frustrated and annoyed and agitated about this thing that I don't like to do. And that's when you don't get nowhere because you're not aligning with yourself. And yes, you are outside of your comfort zone, definitely, but at the same time, you're in the danger zone when you are not. When you don't understand, when you are not trying to look what went wrong, maybe this really not something for you, right? When we're stepping outside of our comfort zone, we need to actually find out something that's for us, just like what I do. You know, I never, I don't, I don't normally quit a job without finding another job already. Okay, I don't normally have no backup plan. I normally have a lot of backup plans, especially when it's about life. I need to make sure I'm able to pay the the fees, the rent, the mortgage, to pay money to my parents and everything. I need to make sure that I'm secured. But at the same time, no. This is time for me to really like being here and then to speak to you, to share my experience and really just being a coach, to support people who need me, to encourage people to find their potential because that's what I have been doing. And I should really be 100% on this path, not to be distracted by work stuff. They don't care about me. What they do care about me, but they care about what I can do for them, right? So I'm stepping outside of comfort zone. I'm doing this 60 days life challenge that I've always worked behind the scene. I have always worked to be the person supporting the speakers, not the person as a speaker on the stage. But here I am now, doing what I need to do. And I'm at peace in my heart. Like, yes, I feel very comfortable with my heart, even though outside, like it's, I don't know if you can understand. I'm trying to say it's two things. Emotionally, I don't really need this camera. I'm not yearning for spotlights. I don't really need to be here speaking every single day. It is not me. I don't really need people to know who I am and what I do and then to focus on my face. So I don't need this. But at the same time, within me, like the higher me, is like I need to do it. Do you know what I mean? I need to share my experience. I need to really truly support people who really need me directly, not through other people anymore. And that's why I'm here. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone or expanding my comfort zone. I'm doing this 60 days non-stop every single day talking to you. Even though now I'm having flu, I can't really breathe. But I'm still here, right? So, and why do we talk about expanding the comfort zone or stepping outside of the comfort zone? Why do we keep talking about it? Right? What we talk about all the downside, but what's the good side? What's the pros? So first of all, it's really about discovering new passion and talent. But because when you try new things, you might surprise yourself with hidden talents and passions you never know you had. But you really need to find something that doesn't make you uncomfortable. Don't force yourself to be in an environment that you don't feel comfortable in. When we say discover new passion and talents, meaning when you walk into this dance studio, you feel like, oh my God, I feel the air is really different. Your eyes sparkle, your heart pumping. You're like, oh, I don't know how to dance, but I feel like I like it. No, no. When you go into a studio, you're like, you don't feel belonged. You feel awkward. You're asked to do things, to do the movement that you feel really uncomfortable with. Then that, then that's immediately you can just say, no, don't waste your time. Let's find another one. Maybe try painting next time. Maybe try, poetry next time. Maybe try bungee jumping next time if you are okay with the height. And of course, if you want to really challenge, if you want to be able to face your insecurity, you want to face your weakness, you need to find a coach to help you. Don't just do something that you couldn't do without any guidance, because that's not healthy. Okay. So when we say learning, you should unless it's something that's quiet. So we really need to understand to protect yourself is always the most important thing. Okay, so yes, we need to explore the new possibilities, the new passion, the new talents, but in a way that you are comfortable. Your butterflies everywhere when you're in that environment. And then that means, oh, you found it, you found this something that you may be very good at, even though you're not good at it yet. So when you found that thing and you're learning, when you're overcoming these challenges, oh, I don't know how to dance, and now I can, now I can follow the music and then do some movements. You gain this confidence, just like what I said 52 days ago. I just completed this 11 days yoga challenge. When I completed, I was like, oh my God, I feel so confident. I feel I can conquer anything. I felt that I have so much power that I can achieve everything, right? So that's really can help you to boost your confidence. And that's when we talk about empowerment. What do you mean by empowerment? So you know that you have the power. It's actually, no one can inject power into you. They are fake. Okay? They are fake. No one can inject power to you. When you have power, it's from within. Just like the muscles. You can have fake muscles by injections, by taking drugs. But you can also have muscles from within that you properly train yourself. Excuse me. So, so, so that's empowerment, and then you will feel the strength from yourself, and then they will continue to increase because they're from within you, and you're not relying anything else outside. And then what? And then you will increase the resilience. So stepping outside of your comfort zone will help you to develop this resilience and adaptability. So when things happen out of your control, when some incident happen that you didn't expect at all, you are able to handle it. You can resilient and fight back. So just like, because I was already on the awakening journey, I was learning the meaning of life already. So I can face death of my loved ones. I can handle them in a better way. Not easier way, but I can handle them better. I can finally find the strength and come back and not taken by them. Hello, Mike. Hello, Jenkins. Hello, Usman. Thank you so much for coming back. And Mystical, thank you. And of course, when you are able to expand your comfort zone, and you will expand your perspective. When you expose yourself to new experiences and new things, you broaden the horizons and gain a deeper understanding of the world, of everything around you. You start seeing things from a higher point. If you say, oh, I never been on a lift before. Just imagine you're a kid, right? You're tiny, you're small. Maybe you grew up in a countryside without skyscrapers. You thought everything is just, like a field, beautiful field. When you go into a city and start seeing things in different ways, and then you are taken to like 50 floor high, 80 floor high, you see things and you realize how big the world is and how small you are. And now that the experience cannot be learned from anything. You cannot really learn them from reading a book. In Chinese, we have a saying, reading a millions of books is not better than walking a millions of miles. Yes, if we are limited, we can only understand the world with books, with television, with the internet. But it will never be the same way. We are truly in that space to experience, to breathe the air that's different. To speak the different language, to eat a different food, to wear the different clothes, to experience a different culture, and then to understand, that's a very interesting, different way of life. There's so much we can learn from different people. And then what? And then your life will be changed, right? Because you break free from the limitation that you create for yourself. Hello, Lee. Thank you so much for joining. And then you're pursuing your dreams because you're doing something that you really enjoy, really love. You have the passion. You feeling like your heart beats for it. And you're creating a life that truly reflects your values, your aspirations, that truly align you, who you are as a person. So that is why we are talking about stepping outside of comfort zone. For all of these amazing new things, for all of these potentials. My dear friend, Jaku, she shared with me a story of her friend. Yeah, still friend of friend. Okay. So her friend is now, I think, a 90-year-old. I think maybe he passed away already. And my friend Jaku, she's just a few years younger than me. The Jaku is a few years younger than me. She got to know this Japanese gentleman. who was in his 70s, I think, or 80s when they got to know each other. So, friendship, it is beyond language, and it is beyond age. And this Japanese gentleman shared with her what he does. So his parents was from a really wealthy family, and he's from a very wealthy family. He actually lived through the World War II, and because he was actually studying abroad, and then he studied all the different new things. And then after the war, he went back to Japan. He didn't do this, he didn't take on his parents' company. Instead, he decided to study design and have created amazing designer pieces. And then he became like self-sufficient himself by doing design. And then and then he decided one day he doesn't want all of this. This is not what he wants. This he one day he felt he's stuck in the routine again, even though he's working on creativity circle, right? Designer. But he still feels he's limited. He feels stuck. So he decided to give up everything. Hello, Kate. Thank you so much for joining. He decided to give up everything and then to go all the way to Paris, France. I'm not sure if it's Paris, but he went to France. He didn't speak French. Okay. But he didn't bring any money with him or anything. He just stayed in France. And at that time it was I think um at that time we don't have so many rules about mobilization at that time compared with now. He went to France and then he just he offered his service to exchange for living for food and for space to sleep. Okay. So maybe today he's working helping a bakery shop. Tomorrow he's working in a metal shop. He just find a way. He doesn't have money, but he loves it. He loves that he is using his body. He is earning what he needs. He doesn't need a house. He has them all back in Japan. He even have a wife as well. I'm not sure if he's got children. But he just give up everything and he just went to Paris. And then he doesn't speak French, but it's okay for him. He can communicate. Everyone's friendly. And he until one point he became homeless. Like I think it was when his visa got expired or whatever, he became homeless. And then he would just sleep on the street or sofa couch in this friend's place one day and then couch another friend's place another day. Until one day someone found that he is really knowledgeable. And then they're asking him, oh, can you share with us your knowledge in this place? Like, a bit like TED Talk now. And the people just want to hear him speak to share what he experienced, as a Japanese in France, and then different culture, different things. And he's like, yeah, but we don't need to book in a cafe or a special place. I can just share this in a park. And everyone can come to listen to me. And that's what he does. He doesn't allow any limitation to limit what he can do. He doesn't need money for him to achieve what he wants. And for him, his life is amazing. He's really living a fulfilled life. Yes, he may not do right. For some people, they may think, oh, he just abandoned his wife, he abandoned his family, he abandoned his parents, and just stay in France for so many years. But for him, he's living He's following his heart and doing what he believes that's right. And everything he does will not be within his comfort zone, but at the same time, he's comfortable about what he does. Hello, Grace. Thank you so much for joining. So, so that's what he does. He's living and the feeling and really the life. He shares his passion about life. Just by doing this to show that. Yeah, now we think that's already around 70s, 80s, so he may be a hippie, right? We can just label him that way. But at the same time, why don't we just think what he does, what he has achieved as a living proof, of really align with his own goal. So, so when we're talking about this comfort zone, we really need to understand, okay? We don't want you to feel like, oh, you need to pushing yourself to a limit of uncomfortable, to a limit, to a point that you feel really awkward and burned out and stressed out, and even feel a sense of inadequate. No, you shouldn't feel inadequate when you are stepping outside of comfort zone. You should feel fulfilled when you are trying all of these different new opportunities. If you feel inadequate, then that means you're on the wrong direction. You just turn and look for the sign, follow your instinct. And then really I'm expanding my comfort zone. I'm experiencing my life. Of course, it can be discomfort, right? Just like this Japanese gentleman. He doesn't have his beautiful house anymore. He didn't have his his wife. He was alone in France. He wasn't comfortable, right? But at the same time, he was like, oh yeah, he loved. He loved the experience. That's when we talk about stepping out of comfort zone. And of course, it is very important that you still feel secure. You still feel safe. You still feel like, oh, when you're tired, you have a space, you have a place to return and you can recharge. And that's why there are so many different communities. There are so many different speakers now that offer, or like ourselves, the Phoenix Rising, we're offering this space that allow you to always have place to come back to. And because we understand what you have been through, so we can support you without any judgment, without any negativities, but really be your best cheerleaders. And so you can continue to go out, just like children. You can always go out and continue to learn, to fall, to to play, to experience all of these new things. And then you can always come back. Thank you so much, Grace, for liking this show. You can always share your comment or your message. Yeah. So we are not, so please understand, you really need to protect yourself and learning when you're stepping out of comfort zone. This is also a constant trying, right? You're constantly trial on different experience to find out. It's also a journey of finding out what you want, finding out what you like. Hello, Rosie. Rosie's late today. It's really a way for you to find out who you are. And really a way for you to understand, I like this. I don't like that. Right? Like really a way for you to know more about yourself when you if you're, especially when you're like me, like, oh, I cannot read directly get messages from energies. I cannot directly get messages from the universe. I can't, even when I do the card reading myself, I just still don't feel if they're right or wrong. So in the end, I still need to just do everything before I really figure out what I want. That's what I do. But that's the life, right? We learn while we're trying physically, right? We're continuing learning. Even if now we are in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, we are still learning just like how baby learns. Make a mess about ourselves and then to figure that out. Oh, there's a way to get things done in a cleaner way, right? Imagine when the baby was learning how to use the spoon. That 1 year of every parent's nightmare when they're learning how to use the cutlery. And then until like you give up, just use your hand. It's okay, just use your hand, right? Wash 3 times, 5 times a day. That's easier. That's easier, actually, right? So, but that's life. And that's why it's just so much fun and joyful we can find from our lives as well. And that's when we learn how to not learn. You cannot learn that. How we gain our wisdom. How we allow this wisdom self coming back out. How we really unwrap or break through all of these layers and then really allow ourselves to shine. And all of us, when I'm on this journey, the longer I'm on this journey, the simpler I get. I'm no longer trying to figure out what people want to say or why you treat. I no longer try to figure out what people's meaning behind their words. You may be surprised that I'm still in the UK. I can understand British, the black humor. I like it actually. But yeah. But at the same time, like not like it's like you see things in a more simple way. Like you don't overcomplicate these things because there are so many things more important in life than troubling yourself by people who don't care about you or you don't care about, right? So so when we say stepping out of comfort zone, it means trying new things, doing new things, and allow yourself to continue to grow. That is the most important thing. That's why we keep saying stepping outside of the comfort zone, meaning you need to continue to grow. Actually, that's what it means. You need to continue to grow. You need to continue to learn. You cannot just be a sheep. Allow the life bury you alive. And then that's what that's what everyone's trying to say. Not the extremely of jumping over the bridge or the plane. I love that actually. I would love that. I'm the roller coaster type. Yeah. So so you need to embrace these new experiences and through them finding yourself. And then of course you may go through some curves like, oh my God, I don't like this. Oh, I'm frustrated about what I'm doing. Oh, I feel so useless, you know. But it is fine because this is all what we call learning curve, right? And you will go through, you will not Yet you're learning culture. Yes, they keep dropping down. Right? When you're 2 years old, we are learning how to use the spoon. But in the end, you will find a way to use it, just like chopsticks, right? It's not that difficult so long as you keep trying to use it. And then you'll find the balance. What do we mean by stepping out of comfort zone? And then you'll find that, oh, yes, I can. Hello, Nene. Thank you so much for the love heart. Thank you. And then you're able to see yourself. Oh, I can do this. I can reach my toe. Can I? I can bend down and touch my toe without bending my knees. Yes, you can. You just need to continue to practice without breaking your back. Just need to practice, right? And then and through this, and that's when we say you empower yourself. You get confidence about yourself. So stepping out of comfort zone, it is not only about after you stepping out of the comfort zone, it is also about the action that you take, the action that you are doing, you're trying, that the whole experience, the whole experience. And that's why at the same time people are saying you should journal your learning. Because sometimes you just go so fast. If you don't journal it down, you may not notice that yourself. Oh my God, today I say something I didn't know. And that 100% true. I think something is trying to speak to myself through my own voice. I need to write that down. Journal. That's how you enhance your communication with yourself. That was what we call awakening. Not just growing without knowing. You need to know. You need to be a conscious person. There's also a term we're saying, conscious being. You're aware of what you say. You're aware of what you think. You're aware of your emotion. And then by writing them down, journaling in any way, either write or type or voice message, it doesn't matter. Journaling. And I need to do that myself, actually. Sometimes I do skip some days when I'm too, tired. But yeah, I also tell myself I need to journal. I'm still learning as well, even though I'm supporting other people, but at the same time, we have continue to learn. We continue to learn. We continue to learn from everything. So don't worry about stepping out of comfort zone. It is when you are really excited. Okay? Because ultimately, it's about listening to your intuition and honoring your own needs. Of course, some people, they may strive on pushing their boundaries and embracing new challenges. And some people, they may prefer a more gradual approach. And there's no right or wrong way. And the key is really to be mindful of your own energy levels, your own emotional capacity, and your personal goals. And of course, growth can happen within your comfort zone. Like, oh yeah, every day 9 to 5, I'm still growing from my company. I'm still getting promoting, right? You're still learning from your work. But it's more about exploring a new depths within yourself, cultivating the self-awareness and deepening your connection to your inner self, your authentic self. So doesn't matter if you're a thrill seeker who loves push the limits, or you prefer a gentle approach, right? Oh, I like learning. I like to sign up all of these different classes. I enjoy learning online. Yeah, that's fine. You're still doing something that you didn't do before, right? You're listening to your inner self. Feel it when, just like a game, like we're playing, um, there are several games that are like that. Like you need to, a bit like using the the metal magnet machine, right? You're just beep, looking for the right one until it's beep, 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 beep. And then, oh yeah, that's the right direction. And that's what you do, right? You keep searching. Oh, there's no sound here. There's a slow sound here. There's a very fast-paced sound here. You're listening to your heart. We all have that within us. We'll naturally be drawn towards things that we like. Naturally, we'll be drawn towards things we like and we should be doing, we should be at. So allow things to happen naturally as well. And of course, for some people, they may think, oh, for example, there was one course I really want to go to that event physically. This is so expensive. But my heart is telling me it is very important. I need to go there. Then that is also outside of your comfort zone, right? Okay, now you need to figure out how to get yourself there. And if your heart tell you, then maybe you should try your best to get yourself there. If you really feel that that's going to change your life, then you really need to do it. But for some people, they're like, oh my God, really? Just like the other day, I think I talk about this before. In the last full moon, I don't really talk about full moon or numbers until I start this 60 days life challenge. But yeah, I think that's easier way for me to not remember. In the last full moon, around that time, I was feeling really agitated. I think um crowd positive was here and Adam was here, name as well. I was at meeting, I was feeling really easily get emotional. I wasn't feel secure. I wasn't sure what I need, how can I continue on this journey? And I said, since I start practicing Zen, this journey, I don't really do fortune telling. I don't really do tarot card reading. Not on the level as like, if it's like just, oh, it's like game. Yeah, but I don't really take them that serious. I don't actively seeking for advice from this kind of methods. And by that time, one of my speakers, because they do I Ching, so he offered me this service. He said, I'll do it for you, Nash, because we work together and we need you to be good. Basically, they need me to be right because people do say my energy is very strong, can affect people around me. So I need to be right. So he said, let me do this for you. Okay. So I'm very grateful. So at that time, I didn't just say, no, 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 no. That would be arrogant. So I humbly and gratefully accepted his offer. And I said, thank you very much. I will take it. And then, yeah, so he uses I Ching reading for me about what's going to happen and how I need to behave from now to the end of 2025. So basically, I just need to be really practicing more diligently and live my life like a retirement pensioner. Just be calm and then don't expect anything in life for from now to June next year. The whole first half of the year 2025. And then I will get everything in the later 2025. And I was like, he was when he was when I picking the cards, whenever he pick up a card initially for the first 6 months, or including November, December, for the first 8 months, he was like, "Oh no, oh," and he wasn't going to tell me until we reveal all of the cards, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, I made a wrong choice because we're collaborating, we're working together. Like, is he not going to work with me after this reading? Because I don't want him to feel like he will be he will face failure with working with me. You know what I mean? But luckily, I mean not luckily, but it's good that it turned out great. So I was like, oh my God, that's very good. Yes, I need to not really slow down, but really keep my mind in the right place. Really keeping my mind in the right place and doing everything with the right intention. And everything will just unfold, or everything will be great later next year. So it shows that I'm on the right path. It just takes time. I just need to be patient. So I'm sharing this is because it is not comfortable for me to do a reading because my practice didn't say I need to do it. My practice say, tell me. I just need to surrender myself to the world, to the universe. I just need to accept everything that's happening around me and believe that everything will happen in its own time. But of course, I'm still a human being. I will still feel insecure. I still feel lost from time to time. So when you have a method like that, I decide to follow that. So that helped me. And now I know. So so seriously, we just really need to allow ourselves, sometimes be humble. Really, now I'm aware I used to be very arrogant when I say no to people. Suddenly I don't trust them, I don't believe them, or I think they're not good enough. I shouldn't position myself in that way. So that's what I want to share with you today about comfort zone. And then I'm sorry about I have over the time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Grow Positive. Thank you so much, Nate, Rosie, Adam, and everyone who have been here. Grace, thank you so much. And I hope we all learn something today and every day. I wish you have a very, very good one. And tomorrow will be, you know, also 9 o'clock UK time. Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. I need to breathe. Thank you. Bye bye.